I was trapping at that Buick, trying to get with some crack. I was moving, I was shaking, trying to flip a stack. White girl, all these tracks, gotta make a slap.
Big 6'2", got him.
Yeah. We're here with Big 6'2". How did you guys meet?
I was shopping.
Oh, okay.
I was working.
You know me, bro.
I was working when I had a job.
Yeah, I was at YSL, and I bought some glasses, some YSL frames.
It was hard too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I met my guy. He was like, "Yo, these are hard." I was like, I know, doggy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it ended. Small talk.
Yep.
And then we followed each other on the gram. Found out he was, in music.
Yep.
Started sharing the whole musical experience, and then I was like, "Yo, bro, you trying to get on this podcast?" He's like, "Absolutely."
Yes, sir.
And then we're here.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir. We right
So
here.
earlier you were talking about songwriting and like as an artist, like where do you find yourself enjoying the craft like the most? Is it in the songwriting process or?
Honestly, with the music, I like doing everything. Like it's the whole overall just songwriting, recording it, performing it. I like the whole journey of like doing music.
I never really like the recording process for me was always it was like a little stressful. I always loved performing more than anything.
Yeah.
Because you can just feed off the people and but that's like how many albums you have out right now?
Oh man, right now I got two projects out right now, but before I had like 5. It was a time where I was just going crazy with the music, and it was like during the pandemic, you know what I mean? I was just like dropping like hella music. But like I put out like 5 albums, but I recently like rebranded myself, so like I took off everything and I dropped 2 projects, and I got 2 more projects that's supposed to be dropping within the next 2 months. So yeah.
Can you share their names or?
Yeah, for sure. So we got one project. They dropping on the same day. So we doing one project called For the City, because I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I want to do something for my city.
Nice.
And like it's gonna be all like just songs for the city, and I got something that's called For the Ladies. That's the other project. It's gonna be 5 songs on each, so 10 songs all together.
Nice.
And the other one's gonna be called For the Ladies, which I love the ladies, so we got.
So give us like a backdrop of like your experience, like coming from Milwaukee, like
Yeah.
what led you to Los Angeles?
Really it was just finding a cap in Milwaukee, because I in high school I had 2 songs that was on the radio. So like when I was in high school, I was just maneuvering that. I always been in music since I was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
I started rapping when I was 13, and I had my first song on the radio when I was 14, and I had another one on the radio when I was 16. So I was just as in high school, I was just bubbling as an artist, and then through just like trials and tribulations, it's just living in Milwaukee. My parents also managed me when I was younger and everything, so they was like, let's take this to California and see where it's gonna go. And we flew out here and we started grinding, and I got into acting for a minute.
Nice.
Crazy story, because I came out here for the music, but then I got out here and started acting, and that kind of took over. I started getting some acting checks, started booking some out of the blessings of God, because I'm not an actor. I ain't never taken no classes, but I actually booked some dope roles and made some dope things for my resume. And again, through trials and tribulations, I got back into music, and then like music has always been my purpose and my passion. So like I'm right here right now, so I'm like juggling both right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
sure.
up.
Yep.
So what do you have coming up next? Like, is there any shows or anything have you been doing any of that around LA?
Yeah, I just got done doing a couple shows in Hollywood right now. I just got to do a couple auditions for my agent. Shout out to Pantheon.
Yeah.
Nick Rose is my agent at Pantheon right now. And I just got to do some big auditions right now. And I don't really want to speak on it, nothing too bad, but like I'm definitely auditioning for them. And like that's what I've been in the process of doing. And also like the 2 projects that I said I got coming out, me and my producer, Tuna and Callie G, we've been working like day and night. That's why I just came from before here, working day and night trying to get these records done for that. So like that's something we want to put out for the summertime, especially for Cali. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah.
What do you think about do you think like strategy for artists now are to do what you're doing, 5 songs, 2 different albums, 2 different themes? Because you don't really see a lot of newer artists making full 16 song albums.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, facts. I think it depends on like what your artistry. Like if you as an artist, if you make a lot of music, like no exaggeration, like record. I got a studio in my crib, and my homies got a studio, so I'm always recording like every day. So like, legit, no exaggeration. Like on the average, I would record like 6-7 songs a day, and you put that into like 7 days a week. You got a lot of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think if you got that amount of music and it's quality music, definitely put it out. You know what I mean? But I think if you got the songs, just, you know what I mean, make the bodies a project. I mean, make the bodies of work, and then you put your singles out. Like, it really depends on how much music you do.
Yeah.
I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the like the signing of deals and stuff? Like, where you at on all that? Like, do you feel like it's worth it, or you think you should be focusing, if you're up and coming artist, focusing on more independent approach?
Damn,
Or-
you know what? That's like as far as the artistry, because as far as me, I got my own publishing company. I don't know if y'all know this. I got my own publishing company, and I got my own record label signed as like an S corp. Like, I got that as a business wise, as far as my own stuff. So everything that I put out, I copyright, and I'm sure as you being a songwriter, like, you know, you got to copyright, get the publishing and everything. And I actually, that's the way to make money off of music. So if you got the capability and the business mindset to actually like incorporate that into your music, because it is a lot to go into, like the business part of it. Because a lot of people, they record a song and they just got the MP3 of the song and they just drop it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of stuff that you got to go in farther from that. You got to sign it with BMI or ASCAP.
Yeah.
You got to go with Sound Exchange. You got to find on there. You got to go with Song Trust. So it's a lot of different avenues to actually monetize your royalties and everything.
Yeah, for
so that's as far as with me, like the business aspect of it. I publish everything, I copyright everything. But if you're not really worried about the business part of it, you know what I mean, which some artists is, they don't really care about that, then, you know, doing a record deal would be cool for you. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind signing a record deal, but
they're just such a, they just take, I just feel like there's no good deals where you got to really establish yourself before you even think about signing. I mean, they are like the machine.
For sure.
You know, you can do so much on your own.
Facts. That's true.
I was gonna ask you about, have you been following any of the AI music? Like the AI and how it can just write a song.
Oh yeah.
And so how do you? We're in like a weird spot as artists, you know. It's like how do you defend yourself against it? Or how do you hope to make a living doing art? And when it's like, I heard this program, it wrote a Nirvana song. They like write a song in the style of Nirvana.
Yeah.
And it was completely original, sounded like him. No one had ever heard it before. So do you ever think about like how beyond music, like how can you grow, you know, a brand, and like, and what do you have strategies to like, you know, kind of fight that, or maybe use that for your advantage in the future?
And are you incorporating it in your own music like right now?
Nah, I know AI stuff. Honestly, you know, I live underneath a rock. Like, I don't really be paying attention to a lot of stuff, so I'm not really too familiar with this AI stuff. But as far as me, I'm just trying to be, honestly, you know, as an artist, I'm trying to find my whole unique lane to AI can't even mimic what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm pretty sure it can, but shit.
Yeah, it's like
No, I feel you.
that's why I think live performing is going to be so. It's going to be so crucial for artists. I don't think like the days of like artists just staying in the studio making albums, never playing a show.
It's either going to assist you or it's going to reveal.
I'm kind of saying generic stuff right now.
No, like you're saying
but
the
it's
right
like
thing.
I do think about that.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
that's cool.
You right though. I definitely think the live performance is definitely gonna overtake the whole AI shit, because AI can't do a show for you. Your energy at the show is going. Yeah. That's gonna be. Yeah, can't nobody duplicate that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah.
Who do you like to listen to? Do you take inspiration from anyone?
Oh man, that's like, sheesh. My dad been playing the guitar for 40 years. So growing up, I used to listen to like Nirvana, you know what I mean, like Metallica, a lot of Prince, you know what I mean. So, but then again, they listen to a lot of Teddy Pendergrass, Ozzy Brothers. So like who I listen to is like a lot of, as far as the rap music, to be honest with you, I don't really listen to rap music like that. Like I'm always just in my own lane of like doing what I do. But like as far as music, like I went and visited my mom's and my dad today, and I pulled up playing Rick James, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mary Jane, you know what I mean? I pulled up playing that, and they was like, oh shit. So like that's what I listen to. I don't be listening to like I got an old soul. Like I feel like I'm from the 70s. Like God,
That's awesome.
sure.
I used to write.
He reminds me of the homie Danny.
Yes,
Danny
yeah.
Mills,
Yeah, our buddy's a killer musician.
Yeah,
producer,
dude, I got a connection with him. He plays.
He can play.
He plays everything.
Everything.
There's no
shit.
instrument he can't play.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I like to hear it.
yeah.
Hey, shit, connect us up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will.
man.
And he's got his own studio in Covina too. So
I'll pull up
yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
Hell
It'd
yeah.
be a good collab. Something kind of.
Do you think?
Let's make that.
So you're a big fan of Prince, right?
Uh-huh.
So do you think they? Do you think he died normally, or do you
No.
think they killed him?
Nah, he's still,
I want to.
I feel like he's still alive. I feel like
Yeah?
I don't know, I'm the first person to say this, but I feel like Prince faked his death. You know what I mean?
Wow,
He was a
okay.
smart man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
he got tired of the bullshit and like, y'all cuss him here? I don't know. My
No,
bad.
bro, say whatever you want.
All right, bet. For
We're
sure.
like 10. If you're like 5 minutes into the YouTube,
Yeah, it's too
algorithms,
late.
okay.
Yeah, we're already in it now.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
you
all right,
good.
this motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. No, I feel like Prince was a smart individual, man. He faked his death. I would have if I was him.
Bro,
Well,
think about like, so remember when everyone's like, remember when he changed his name or he
Yeah.
to the symbol?
The
He,
symbol was,
that,
yeah.
that was a message. That wasn't just him being eccentric or whatever. That was him fighting against the ownership over him. that he
Yeah.
had. Have you heard about the vault
It was music.
of his music? It's
Yeah.
like how many albums worth of music is?
Oh,
There was a ton. Yeah, there was stuff
Crazy.
that wasn't released.
That shit,
and, yeah.
that, he remind me so much of me. Bro. Like, he from
Yeah.
the Midwest too. I'm from Wisconsin, so like I appreciate. Yeah, I strive to be like Prince one day
That's awesome.
for sure.
You think like growing up in a small town, like you're kind of. I grew up in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
You're bored all the time. It like forces you to be creative.
he was a dope individual. I just want to say one thing, because that song 1999, I don't know if you know 1999. He wrote that shit in like 1984
Oh
or
wow.
some shit like that. 1982. Some it was way before 1999.
Really?
So I just showed like how much of like in the future he was. Like he
how
was
ahead of the game.
Yeah,
he
ahead of
was,
the game,
yeah.
and I strive to be that type of artist. You know what I mean? My music, my dad told me like, people is not gonna pick up onto your music until later on, and
For
I
sure.
feel like that's why I do stuff. It be like in a different lane. I think some people it just go over some people's heads and everything. Not to like talk about myself too much, but like I feel like my music like is just it's ahead of the game. You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Sometimes we have those conversations like when we're creating designs or some certain concepts come up. It's like,
Yeah.
are they gonna grab this in the moment now, or is this gonna be something that's,
Yeah.
people are excited about 10 years from now?
We
Yeah,
always
yeah,
try to
facts.
design with like little hidden messages, like, we're super subtle.
Speaking of fashion, working at YSL and all
Mm-hmm.
that, where are you at in the fashion world? And then if you do, how do you incorporate, your personal style into, what you're doing musically?
I think for me, I'm really big into fashion. I ain't really big into like brands and everything.
For sure.
I'm not like who, you know what I mean? I go thrifting. Like I go to the Goodwill and like pop some out. You know what I mean? Or I could like, flex some with like some YSL or
Yeah.
some Marni. You know what I mean? I'd throw in some Marni or some Mason Margiela.
Yeah.
So I'm really like a big advocate, just like saving money and like really just doing my style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like anything I could pull off. And I do like incorporate high fashion into my music a whole lot. Of course, I got that song Marni out right now, and that's definitely something that I just take the fashion to like personal things. How I feel about a lot of stuff. You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? So I feel like I got my own swag and my own style.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
good. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we're a lot of similarities there. I really enjoy. I got my nephew into thrifting, so like on my off time, we like hit some of the there's Second Street on Melrose.
Yeah.
Where you can sell some of your old pieces and maybe find some pieces that were consigned or thrift.
Facts.
Yeah, he loves it, man. He's like into
Yeah.
but it's refreshing for me because it's like it helps my me creatively to be able to. Sometimes I'll get inspired by certain pieces that I may see that
Yep.
may have been from 7 seasons ago, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, this may be something that I might want to bring back or
Facts.
put into something in the future that we may think about creating.
Yeah.
But I've always
100%.
been about your own style
Mm-hmm.
and intertwining that if you're a musician or if you're in music, creating that and making it a part of a big kind of like a package, like
Yeah. Make
How-
a whole wave
yeah.
with that joint. Like
Yep.
make your own style of it. I love vintage joints. Like I love my style. I don't care what. I'll get some off Tumu and what's it called? Timu. What is it called? Timu. I get some off Timu and be rocking that joint. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like working. That's one thing about me. Like I ain't sweating over like. I know some homies, they gotta have the $1,000 shoes on, all this Mary jeans.
Yeah, that's me.
Dope though. I like that.
Hey, but you know, but I'm kind of like I feel you. I'm in both worlds. Like it doesn't always have to be that.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes I do like to sprinkle in,
Yeah,
you know, a little bit of
throw
stuff
that
here
shit
and
on
there.
sometimes, for sure.
And sometimes people are like, "Yo, what is that?" And it's that, you know, it's like, that's, you know,
Facts.
not for you to know. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta throw that shit on sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
For real. That's where you know, you met me at YSL. I was working at YSL, and I got a song I called Marnie, and I was working at Marnie before they fired me. So I made a song called Marnie. I keep getting fired from these jobs.
Hey,
crazy.
man, that's a sign, bro.
What's going on? I don't need no job, man.
It's a sign, yeah.
Hey.
You in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane, yeah.
Yeah. Can't do that.
I think I was fired from most of my jobs as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this manager was
every job.
Yeah. Really?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, either fired or laid off. You know, it's like, you know,
I
never
slapped myself
like,
in the face. That's why I got fired, because she was like, she said, don't touch your face. I said, you don't want to touch my face? You don't want to do this? And she's like,
don't touch your face.
Because I went like this, because I was serving coffee at La Mille.
Oh.
And I was getting coffee, and I went like this, and she goes, "Don't touch your face. You have to wash your hands now." And it was like the second time she told me this, and I lost it. So I slapped my face. I said, "You don't want to touch my face."
You got fired.
And then like, why don't you go home and take a break? And I got the email. It's like, you don't need to come in today.
Yeah, I never got fired like that. Like
I should have had probably a little more control. But.
I feel you though. Shit, I got fired like that last Saturday, bro. We're like, what's today? I don't know the date, but it was April 20th.
He got the date, bro.
I got an email like, yo, don't come in.
Don't come back into work.
That was on my off day too. I'm like, God damn. So like,
it's so cold when they do it through email, man. It's just
man.
Yeah, it's all cool though.
It seemed like everything's work, you know. It's like outside of the 9 to 5, you know what I mean?
100%. That shit was taking up too much of my time anyway. So like, I've been back rocking how I usually rock ever since then. So like,
that's cool.
That shit was just it was in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your approach on marketing as far as social media or even?
As far as my approach, I'm not really good with marketing. Like I just try to be in everybody's faces.
For sure.
And just try to put my music out there as much as possible and just try to just stay relevant. You know what I mean? That's my biggest struggle, because I'm so much of I will record music all day for like 7 days straight. Like I don't be caring about the world.
You don't ever hit like writer's block or anything? Like, do you ever just like have like a month where you're like, fuck, I cannot write anything?
Last year between October and like December, I actually hit writer's block and I stopped. I quit recording. Like I stopped. Like a lot of people don't even know that.
Really?
Like I stopped just recording. I went to real estate classes and just started doing that.
Yeah,
like,
that's what you're doing right now.
I'm doing it right now, bro.
That's what's up. That shit is a struggle, but it was like, I was like, yo, this music is not feeding into me as much as I'm feeding to it. You know what I mean? And I've accomplished a lot of good things for my music, but it was just, I just hit like a pivot. Like it was just like, I had to stop. And it was actually a dope moment. I needed that, because like that song Nightcap that you talking about, what happened was I stopped doing music. I stopped completely. I stopped recording, and which is rare for me. I record every day. It's like 3-4 months I stopped recording, and it was my cousin Callie G who sent me a beat pack, and then he was like, "Yo, I need you to you gotta start back recording, bro." And one of the songs in the beat cap was the Nightcap song, and that's what actually the song that actually got me back motivated. You know what I mean? So anybody who got like writer's block, I say you just need to find that motivation. Ain't nothing wrong with having writer's block. You gonna get writer's block. Like you just gotta get up out that shit. Like writer's block could stop an artist. Like I didn't met people who like, yo, I got writer blocks for years. And I'm like, bro, that's impossible. You just was unmotivated for a minute. Yeah. And then you couldn't get out of that unmotivated moment, that moment, and then like grow from that. You know what I mean? So whenever I get writer's block, I just keep going, just keep trying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes like if like your buddy or your cousin, you said sent you the beat pack.
That beat is fire, by the way. Thank your cousin for that.
Hey, Callie G for sure, big cuz.
That's what's up.
Yeah, sometimes you just got sometimes like someone will come to you or with like a job or something. It's like, we need you to write something, and that'll actually snap you out of it.
Yeah,
like someone's getting forced to do something. You know,
I think
like,
every creative has a block, a moment of block. It's just
100%.
I think it's just a moment to take a breath and then be like, all right,
It's a growth period too.
Yep.
Like after you get out that writer's block, you gonna be even harder.
Yeah.
You gonna come up with some more shit that you ain't ever thought you
Exactly.
could even do before.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
So you also so like you were doing some acting as well.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
I drove Joe. He was like trying to do modeling, and then I did some.
see
You remember this, Joe? That's
think
when
so.
that's when I met that crazy chick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember that.
This girl like lived in my van for like a week until I couldn't do it anymore.
What?
But yeah, it was just I don't even know if
She
it was
was
a
living in
girl.
your van?
Honestly, I don't even. I think it might have been like a.
You was
like
like,
I think it might have been like a lady boy.
Oh
but
my god.
Like you was in the crib and she was just living in the.
I was living in I lived in a garage for
Oh,
like
okay.
3 years, and I
You had her. Yeah.
and I was like,
Was she bad?
This was right after college.
I thought she was
Her.
bad. Yeah.
Was she
But
bad?
but thinking back on it now, I'm a little freaked
He's a
out.
little
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
She could be doing anything in that motherfucker.
yeah, dude, and so
He had to sell the van
with her in it.
with her in it.
Oh, but yeah, I did the acting thing for a few years, and
You like an actor, bro. You give me like what's his name? Brad Pitt. You like Brad Pitt? A little
that's
bit.
way too much of a compliment, bro. That's like the
Way
best
too much
looking
of a
white
compliment.
man you've ever
Word.
seen, bro. But thank you. But the audition process, bro,
That shit crazy.
dude. That isn't it just
Shit
soul
stressful.
crushing?
Stressful.
It's
Yeah.
It's like you go in there and it's like, do you have any crazy experiences with auditioning? Or?
Man, I didn't. You know what? A lot of people don't know. I had a lot of experience with acting. I auditioned for a lot of movies that's out right now. It's like, shout out to my agency, Pantheon. Nick Rose is, of course, my agent. I love him. He didn't have me for some big roles before. And like, yeah, that audition process is crazy. And I have a blessing to. This is casting director named Kim Coleman. Shout out to Kim Coleman. I love Kim Coleman. When I first came out here, when I was just green in this acting stuff, I had to audition for her, and anybody know her, like she one of the top casting directors of this industry. But she would put you in that room, just an all white room. It'd be cold. It's a chair. It's
Just
a
a
chair, a camera, and she gonna just talk you your lines dead in your face, and you gonna have to act that shit out. And if that's, and it's like, yo, it's like you gotta really get your acting chops right with her, cause it's like she gonna put that shit on you, and like, you know what I mean. So like, I feel like I'm not the best actor in the world, but I feel like that definitely like brushed me as like a actor.
Did you do any? Did you like do any classes or anything? Did you ever get into it to that point, or like?
Man, I tried. You know what messed me up when I first moved to California? I jumped into this acting stuff. I started booking stuff automatic. I booked 9 national commercials since I've been out here. No,
you're like, what the hell is happening? And all these like actors who are just begging, going to class.
Yeah.
Oh, they was
They're like,
pissed.
Yeah,
I had people pissed. Like, yo, you got on this national commercial, you on that national. You ain't took no acting classes, and it's like, I didn't. It was just God just blessed me with that.
That's
but
awesome.
I tried acting classes for a minute, and if it kind of messed my head up because it was putting so much theory into my head. It was just like it was making me overwhelmed with.
And
acting
you'll
stuff.
overthink it. And
Yeah.
I was way overthinking. I'm an overthinker already, so it was like
Yeah.
I was just stressed out in auditions. Now I gotta fucking break down scripts and shit. It's like, nigga, just put me, just let me do this shit how I used to do it. Like I could just read this
Let me
motherfucker
do my
like,
thing,
like we just chilling. It's like I gotta do all this putting emotion. Like, yeah, I will do it classes though. That's cool. I don't mind doing classes, but definitely ain't no wrong with doing it the natural way too.
yeah,
For sure.
I actually think that might be the best way. Man.
I personally think
facts.
so too.
There's like some stuff in classes, like like maybe technique, like typically like like whether you should look totally at this person or
Things
yourself
that
cheated out.
things
This-
that'll help you.
Yeah,
assist
but
you in that. Yeah.
yeah.
That's smart. Yeah, it's the little smart little tweaks that'll help everything. I understand that for sure. But as far as like getting directly into, it's just not for me. I would just rather just. But
I had to do some weird shit in acting class.
Word?
Yeah, like they like wanted me to give like a lap dance.
oh no,
I'm like, why do you want me to give a lap dance? I'm like, what the? Like, it's got me questioning this whole fucking world of LA and like what
Nah.
the weird. Oh, yeah.
yeah. See, dog, we about to.
God, the wrong agent.
Facts.
He had the wrong agent.
It was like, yeah, that's the class I was in. We was doing just some stuff. I was like, man, am I really gonna use this character in a movie? I don't know. It's like let's be honest though. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
feel like,
weird.
But then again, I feel like certain actors who, if you want to go up there and like be a real actor, I guess you gotta be able to tap into everything. But
I guess
certain stuff is just natural living. Certain stuff is just natural. You know what I mean?
man.
I don't know. But acting is cool though. I like acting. I'm still pursuing it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's a blessing.
one time I told him my actual age. I said, they're like, how old are you? I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, I'm 25. And she goes, don't you ever say that. I said, why? She goes, you only want to say over 18. I was like, okay.
Over 18.
I was like, yeah. I don't know. The acting world is so like, I hate the begging and the desperate nature of it. It's just, I just can't do it, bro.
Yeah, the cattle call shit. It's like you can't even, you could be a dope actor and then you could do audition. It's like, your acting could be good, but they not looking for somebody with your hairstyle.
Right,
You just didn't book it. And it's like, it goes with so much, it's just too much shit that go into it. So it's like, honestly, I'm at the point where I'm trying to get this bread and I'm trying to actually open my own production studio and I'm trying to make my own movies because I like the Hollywood and the movies and everything, but it's just cattle call. Like we just waiting to get picked by everybody. It's like,
and they're writing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
I think all the creativity has left Hollywood, to be honest. Like that's the way to do it. Make your own content, make your own movies, and then put yourself in it.
Yep.
You know,
that's my goal. That's my goal.
That's the secret, dude.
Sure.
Like.
That's my goal. I don't mind if you want to book me for a movie, I would do it for sure. But my goal is to definitely make my own movies, write my own movies, star my own movies, and like go up from there
For sure.
Hell yeah. I'm a big advocate for that for sure.
So where can everyone find you, follow you on Instagram?
Well, everything is 62 Corey. So the number 6 TWO space CORY, and that's pretty much anywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you could, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much everywhere with that whole name. You know what I mean? So 62.
And you just released an album, right?
Yeah, no, I just released my one of my singles, Marnie, and then I released another single called Nightcap. But them 2 singles is gonna be on both of my projects that I'm releasing. So Marnie is gonna be on For the City project. And then Nightcap is going to be on For the Ladies. So I'm doing 2 projects. And then me and my homie Tuna and Cali, we working on my album, which we going to release later on this year. So like, that's what really we get into. For sure. Yeah, so definitely we about to keep it moving, 100%.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, big Midwest.
Dude. Thank you, man, for talking with us tonight. Like, it was a lot of fun. And
for sure.
Pleasure having you, bro.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. We're going to keep it, moving throughout the year. Y'all see a lot of me.
Yeah.
Of course, we around the same area, so
for sure.
I'm going to be around.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you,
All right, bro.
6'2".
Yeah.
Girl, all these tracks gotta make a slap. If it wasn't for this rap, I'd be pushing packs. Water whipping, knock a fiend and soda make a stretch.